What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Mess with WWE 2K16 playthrough thing. Counting down the days, under 1 week now until 2K17 is out next Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, and let us kick off Wednesday with Arnold versus Arnold. Again, I think I'm going to be T1 Arnold this time as we discuss the, news of the day. The usual stuff we have here on this show, but yeah, it is a fine Wednesday. I'm waiting on some packages from FedEx to show up. We are just about 1 week away from the launch of PlayStation VR, which I also have on pre-order, which should be here next Thursday. We shall go with the crazy shirt, Arnold, and hop in here and be like, I want to pump you up. It's not a tumor. Yeah, so next week, gonna be a little bit crazy, but we're not there yet. So what we are here what we are here for this week and today, and all that good stuff, is the news. And I actually do have a kind of a list here, which is a little ridiculous. Not not a super huge amount of news, but some stuff. Oh dear. First and foremost, being Jim Ross and his sources. So Jim Ross has, you would imagine, as someone who's been in the wrestling business for like 40 years, he's going to have sources that are somewhat reliable or somewhat close to, any of these things happening. And the first thing that he discussed, there we go, is that the TNA deal with WWE is imminent, but they are not buying the promotion, they are just buying the tape library. Now, I think the more curious speculation here is that what if that doesn't kill the promotion? Because as they've said, or as, has been kind of assumed, is that Billy Corgan wants to buy buy that shit and then rebrand it. So, if you're rebranding it, why not start everyone from scratch? Like, all the same talent, but if you're selling off your tape library, that means that none of your characters have a history that you can draw upon from anymore. So, I think the cash infusion from them buying the tape library and the cash infusion from Billy Corgan literally buying everything else, the production and the cameras and, the contracts and the talent, I think, ref bump, makes a whole lot of sense. Now, I don't know if it's going to go down that way, but I could certainly see that being the case. And, it's pretty clearly obvious why they just want the tape library, because they want to produce their awesome, they always have the fucking fantastic, DVDs and Blu-rays and network specials, and you could do so many different career retrospectives on Sting, on AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. There is, considering how many guys have jumped ship now from TNA to WWE and have that gap in their career, even guys like Flair and Foley, were all in TNA for a while. So, that, to me makes a lot of sense for them to just buy the tape library and to not have it kill the company, have them still film their stuff in Orlando as a fresh start with a new name would still make a lot of sense. Now, it might not go down like that. It might just be, okay, they're buying the tape library and then they're just done. Like, that'd be a shame. Because at that point, your number two, I think, is going to be Ring of Honor, and no offense to Ring of Honor, but you need a more national TV deal to be a proper number two in wrestling. So, I don't know. That's kind of my TNA tidbit for back body drop for the day. And I guess we'll see. That we're not going to know, even if this deal's imminent, I don't think it's going to leak out, and they're going to be doing their TV tapings until December, or they're going to do a bunch of tapings that are going to lead up until December. So we might not know until the end of the year, or until January or whatever else. Anyway, the other Jim Ross sources tidbit was that the Brock Goldberg thing is a done deal, and they're going to have it at Survivor Series, which is next month. That's crazy. I can understand why they wouldn't want to risk having that match at Mania again, because it didn't go so well last time. So, I get that. But just using that to pop just bringing back Goldberg just to fight Brock again to pop your, subscriber numbers for WWE for Survivor Series seems weird. Like, it'd make more sense at a show like the Rumble, which is, and a show like Mania and SummerSlam, but, like, of the big ones, that are still considered the big ones, for me anyway, Survivor Series is kind of on the low end of that totem pole. I would certainly put Rumble and SummerSlam above Survivor Series. Only because, like, that show had a gimmick, and they don't ever really use it anymore. There's always one match that's a traditional 5-on-5 match. So, I don't know. But yes, more Jim Ross sources are saying that that is a done deal and will happen at Survivor Series. Oh, he's cheating. Ref doesn't see it. And he's still kicked out. I cheated and he's still kicked out. That's bullshit. Here's a finisher. If the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Okay, can I get to this pinfall? Jesus. Okay, I'm hitting circle and he's like not going. I gotta get up first. Fuck that. Fuck that. 3 count. And here is this same cutscene for a third time as the rope freaks out. He lays in the boots, as Arnold tends to do. And then we go to that. I really, really hope there is a wider variety of cutscene stuff with the Universe mode in 17. I really hope so, because, man, it's going to be kind of fucking rough otherwise. Seriously. Anyway, Ebenezer, Finn Balor, let's fucking do that. That is the plan. But who's coming out? Oh, it's Fandango. I think that's the actual feud, isn't it? Fandango and Ebenezer, I think. I don't even remember at this point, and I wasn't paying enough attention because it's early. I filmed these pretty early. Alright. Fandango out to sit next to the announce table and not actually be on commentary. She's like, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Alright, here we go. Punch you in the mouth. So we have an update on what was the Del Rio situation this past weekend. In that, apparently what had happened was some dude hit his car. And then they got out of the car and argued, and that is where the stabbing and attack took place. And it took place in Texas. So I don't understand why there were reports of Del Rio being in Orlando when he was not in Orlando. That's nowhere near Orlando. So that's weird. But hey, internet gonna internet, dirt sheet's gonna dirt sheet. So that's not surprising that there were some bullshit reports that caught traction. That's kind of just how things happen in this day and age of the internet and the rumor mill. Yeah, can't talk today. Can't talk today. But speaking of injuries, Eric Rowan had a torn rotator cuff and had surgery and will be out for 4 to 6 months. So the injury bug continues to plague the Wyatts. The injury era continues. Sling Blade, and man, it's just the Wyatts seem cursed. So I would say Braun Strowman, be careful, because everybody else has gotten some kind of injury like in the past year. It's been kind of insane for the Wyatts. So they're never going to be dominant again, are they? It's just not going to happen, which is sad. Which is sad. They could have been one of the most dominant factions in the history of wrestling, and instead they were the Spirit Squad with beards. Speaking of which, I did watch SmackDown, and that was amazing. Having that video package, and I'm not surprised they showed the stuff with the Spirit Squad. Right? That is what I would, at the very least, having that documentary, I expected that. I did not expect them to actually go back and reference Kerwin White, aka Chavo Guerrero, in that video package, being the caddy for Kerwin White. I was like, okay, yes, you guys are going for it here. You are literally going for it. That's great. So big thumbs up to actually bringing out Kenny and Ricky, I think. But also, I thought that Kenny Dykstra had a lot of heat with WWE when he left, and he was like, I'm never going back. So shocking to see him appear in that segment and beat up Dolph as a member of the Spirit Squad. That was real funny, and I really appreciated it. So yeah, that was some good stuff. Hey, I was hitting a signature there. What the hell? What the hell? Dang, go. Dang, go. Alright, yep. Fandango. You better watch your back. Potty in the mouth, yep. That's what's up. Shiny ass pants, much like what's his face had on Raw. Can't think of his name right now. The Brian Kendrick had some very shiny pants on Raw, like seriously. Amazingly shiny. Anyway, more Sling Blades. What else here? I suppose that, oh dear. Speaking of Dolph Ziggler, and his whole IC belt versus career thing that they're doing this Sunday at No Mercy. I feel like they've been kind of cannibal. They've been seeding the news stories that, oh, Dolph's gonna transition to backstage guy and he's, you know, not gonna hang around or whatever else. Like, I feel like it was last year that he re-signed for like a 3-year deal. What the hell? I kicked out. Anyway, I'm really curious to see how they're going to be handling that, and that match is hard to call because they're kind of feeding all these fucking reports out there that he might not be hanging out, or he'll be, you know, continuing his contract, but not as an on-air talent, as a backstage guy, much like, you know, Finlay and Noble and, you know, IRS. And the final news story as I wrap it up here is that Kota Ibushi has said that there is 0 chance he's going to sign a full-time contract with the WWE. As you may have seen, he's going to be in the Cruiserweight, the tag team Dusty Classic, and he's going to be teaming with Itami in that. But that is, again, a short-term, going to fly over, take those things, and then go back to Japan, back to New Japan, and DDT, and all the things that he does over there, because that guy he's a free spirit. He doesn't want to be held down anywhere. He's a free spirit and wants to go where he wants to go and does not want to be stuck over here in a full-time contract. And hey, he wants that top prize, that top New Japan prize, the IWGP Heavyweight title. So whether or not he ever gets there, who knows? But certainly, I would imagine any matches between him and Omega would be, you know, again, amazing because they have been in the past. Anyway, that's going to do it. The countdown continues next Tuesday, but we're going to keep on going here until then, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every day. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, 5 p.m., 10 p.m. Tune in then, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.